listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina.
Woo!
This is the podcast that looks at some of your favorite cult films as an alcoholic beverage.
Me?
Shows us someone who hasn't seen it.
All of us, I feel like. Most of
I've
us.
seen this, but actually I've seen this one before.
I think you're the only one.
Yeah, you're the only one.
And then we talk about it. I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always,
Oh, golly. I'm sorry.
you skip a couple of episodes and you just don't know what you're doing.
Let me tell y'all, the facilitator of fun, the lady of libations, and all the things that bring on the alcohol. That's me,
And
Stephanie.
Thank you. Justina, your Jellicle Jester.
she who knows
There's
no
no
movies.
movies.
Admiral.
At your service.
At ease.
We're also joined by number 2,
Number 2.
the producer. What's up? Who does number 2 work for?
You guys.
He works for us.
Awesome.
We also have a guest who's honestly like
Part of the family.
Part of the family.
Yeah.
It's like our
Unofficial host.
Other unofficial host, guest host as it is. Johnna's here. Woo!
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah.
This is a very exciting episode to be a part of.
I literally like this has been on the season 2 because for some reason I was like, oh, we'll all enjoy this. I don't know if that's the case, but maybe we all liked it for different reasons. But I was like, this seems like a Johnna movie, and then I watched it, and I was like, maybe I just insulted her. I'm not.
I think it's an insult.
I'm not
love
sure.
how absolutely weird this movie is.
I mean, I immediately went to Johnna for some reason on this.
Well, and when you asked me, I immediately responded, absolutely.
Yeah,
I will.
there was not a.
Yeah.
So this week, we're doing Flowers of the Attic from 1987, directed by Jeffrey Bloom, written by Jeffrey Bloom, based on the book by V.C. Andrews. Stars Louise Fletcher as the grandmother, Victoria Tennant as Corinne, the mom, Kristy Swanson. I guess this is her first or early role. So Buffy the Vampire herself as Kathy. I guess these are all C names.
See, I will never,
Yeah, they're all
never
names.
consider her as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm sorry. She's not my Buffy.
She's proto.
Not my Buffy.
Hashtag not my Buffy.
yeah, she's not my Buffy.
Jeb Stewart Adams as Chris, Ben Ryan Granger as Corey, and Lindsay Parker as Carrie. I forgot something before we get to the fun facts, but because our guest only has a limited time, I'm just
Right.
trying to get everybody.
I
Sorry.
apologize.
No, it's not. No, it's nothing. No, it's all good. You can find us on any podcast app. You're probably listening to us podcast app right now. And please rate and subscribe because that helps out. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Mobcast Network. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/Cult Movie Cantina. And now we're on TikTok at Mobcast. I think I got them all, right?
Well done.
Thank you.
I don't
That was
know.
great.
I don't know.
That's
It sounded you
I used to
listed
do
a
this
lot
with
of
a list.
stuff.
Sounds right.
I usually do this with a list, and I stopped doing it with a list. It's all been from memory. So
Better than I am. I couldn't even remember my name. It's like,
do we
we're
have fun
recording.
facts?
I have a fun game.
All right.
Since this film is about following rules,
I don't want to follow rules.
Oh,
Rules
no.
are bad.
we're going to play Drama Llama Gom,
Oh, okay.
the action
What
game.
is that?
That's
Oh,
that
that
acting
game
game
we
we did,
played?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
We can try to do it quickly.
We can do one each.
Okay. Here's this.
I have no idea what this is, but I'm excited.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, just give you a quick rundown. We have cue cards and expressions and intensities.
Okay.
So what's going to happen, to do this quickly, there's going to be a cue card, which is in the color of white, I believe. Yes. Oh gosh, hold on. The cue is going to be for what you need to read aloud. The expression show the emotion or sensation that the players act out while reading the cue cards. And the intensity shows the level at which the expressions must be acted out. There are 5 levels: mild, moderate, strong, severe, or extreme. So we're all going to just do one. I say we're all. I'm not doing it. I don't play the game. You all are going to do one. Nope. And then we have to guess the expression.
Okay.
So whoever does it, everybody else guesses what the expression was. So I'm just going to take a random stack here.
Oh, so you didn't do.
You guys have done this before.
We've done this once.
Once.
With
Lines from the movie that we were.
Yeah.
what was the movie we did?
I
What
have
was it?
no idea. You don't. Well, who are you
That one,
asking?
Well, if
You
we
know
were
we
doing
can't
lines
remember.
from this movie, it would just be
It
Christopher.
would just be yelling the whole time. But yes,
Corey!
I pulled
You are
lines.
sinners, bad children.
And then they all had to do the lines from the movie.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Why are you feeding me rat poison? Mommy, you suck.
Mickey's dead. Mouse. Poor mouse.
It was Fred.
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 Fred the mouse.
Oh, okay. I'm
Here's your
confusing because of the.
He's got one more coming.
No. They did not name the mouse Mickey in the remake. Stop.
Collaborate and listen.
This is my line.
I hope it's good.
It's long.
Good luck. Oh, not that one.
More, yeah.
There you are. There you are.
Oh no.
There you are.
This is what happens when you get a room full of actors.
And here you are.
And then
Would you prefer one that? Would you like
Someone's not.
another? Would
Jesus Christ, this is hard.
Would you like another?
So we're starting with you, I guess.
Like I can let you draw another if you would prefer.
No, this is fine.
You're a
Alright.
professional.
It's just that this card and this card
Yeah.
are conflicting.
I feel like mine are too.
This is gonna be delightful. Okay.
That's the challenge.
So remember, everybody has an expression chart. We have happy, sad, angry, or frustrated, amused or laughing, curious, suspicious, doubtful, scared, stressed, fearful, embarrassed, guilty, surprised, excited, disgusted, nauseated, bored, tired, resentful, hateful, sympathetic, caring, smug, haughty, love-struck, flirtatious, awestruck, pleased, satiated, confused, unsure, relieved, secretive, or victorious. May the odds forever be in your favor.
Who are we starting with?
That end.
Is this my punishment for being late? Because, okay.
You have drawn the penalty.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Oh, this is great.
The bandito lassoed the weather vane, swung off the back of the horse, and crashed through the saloon window. And then the sheriff, who was enjoying a sniffer of wine at the bar with the voluptuous proprietor, turned and drew his pistol and glass sprayed about the room.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I'm ready to vote.
same. Yeah,
I'm going to say moderate and amused.
You are correct.
yeah. That's where I was going with it too. Yeah.
Dang.
Well
Do you know how
done.
hard it was to keep me at moderate?
I know, because you were very quiet. So I
I'm
was like,
s-
this is low.
Yeah,
But it's
I am
not
like
whispering.
being amused and moderate is very difficult.
You did well. Good job.
Thank you.
There it is.
There it is. Gotta find the character.
See.
Gotta find this
Mhm.
Gotta
character.
find it.
Gotta find it. It's deep inside. I have to bring it out. I usually just direct. I don't. Remember when you were a child and you would do something fantastic and you wanted your mom and dad or someone they could feel awe and express adoration? Or remember when you hurt yourself and you immediately wanted someone to feel sorry for you? And none of us really outgrow that.
I would say confused and moderate.
Yeah, confused, unsure.
Yeah. And he was kind of at a moderate to me. What do you
Okay.
guys think?
Anybody else?
Go ahead.
Uh,
I'm still looking over him.
I want to go more. See, that was a tough one.
Acting!
Yeah.
Acting.
Could have been suspicious, doubtful.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was.
That's like it
I
really
was-
could have been suspicious, doubtful as well.
Yeah, so I'm thinking suspicious, doubtful, moderate.
So 2 for confused, 1 for suspicious.
I'm kind of leaning towards sympathetic, caring,
Sympathetic. 1 for sympathetic, 1
moderate.
for moderate.
Does everybody say moderate?
Yeah, I think we're moderate across the board.
Yeah.
And you're going with that? All right.
What did you
My expression was confused, unsure, and it was mild.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Mild.
Okay.
Mild.
Okay, so pretty close.
Close.
Yeah.
Okay, you or me.
You
You.
around.
Okay,
You
around.
pick this.
This
You
is-
pick.
You picked this journey.
This I did. Okay. This is
Oh, you still need
a mess. Okay. When I was a child, I did not trust adults. I still don't.
That's all you got? We had these
Wow.
long monologues, and that's all you got?
That seems.
I'm going
I'm a-
with.
yeah.
I'm going with embarrassed, guilty, and whatever the third level is. She seems guilty to me.
That was tough.
I
Or maybe I'm too much of the grandma.
I almost wanted to lean like it sounded almost happy, but like mild happy.
So he's going with happy. I'm going with embarrassed.
I'm gonna go please satiated and moderate. You're moderately satiated because I wanted to say that word.
No, I did real bad.
I'm
did
going,
real bad.
I'm going with.
See, I don't know how this is scored. So like,
This was tough.
if you're so good, no one gets it. You get the point, right?
No,
I think the
you're
point
supposed
is.
to know where I'm
Yeah,
coming
I think
from.
it's like you want people to know where you're, because as an actor, don't
Yeah.
you want people to know what
I
you're?
don't.
I'm going to go with. Curious level 3?
Y'all, I was supposed to be sympathetic and caring.
Okay.
Yeah,
Severely sympathetic and caring. I was
Severe.
way
Severely.
off. But how do you talk about being a child that doesn't trust adults in a caring manner?
I have
Exactly.
no idea.
That's very tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is tough.
All right, Caleb.
Yep.
He took a deep breath too. Everybody's got to get in. the
Because you
zone.
got to get in character. That's
Just
the
get
thing.
into it. I was looking at the camera too. Don't break. Don't break.
He's camera
Curl your
working. Look at
toes.
this.
Curl your toes if you need to.
Is that a trick?
I've never
Yeah.
curled my toes.
Good
while I was acting.
communicator is another way of saying skilled liar. Truth does not require good communication.
I say he's being smug.
I think he's just trying to be happy, moderately happy.
I'll go with moderate, pleased and satiated.
I'm going to say moderate smug.
I'm going to do moderate pleased and satiated.
So Scotty and Johnna were the closest.
Woo!
Pleased and satiated and strong.
Strong. Four.
Y'all need to
Okay.
y'all need to come at us with that strength.
I like this game, though.
It's a fun game.
It's
No, let me put that in my cart.
it was made by a local too.
Yeah, I got it at a con here.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
All right, kids, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Brothers and sisters, okay. I'm just going to say cultist because it's already getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Meet Corrine. She has a happy life with her husband and 4 children. Chris and Kathy are teenagers, and they have a set of 5-year-old twins, Corey and Carrie. All is good for the family until, well, Dad ends up dead in an accident. And no one thought of life insurance or anything, and the remaining family ends up destitute. So Corrine has to go back and move in with her parents. Problem is, there was a falling out, and it was so bad that Corrine was disowned, and she didn't tell her kids she had family. Desperate, she moves back with the kids to win back her dying father's love so she can get all his money.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Everyone, I want you all to take this moment to think about life insurance. Life insurance will fix a lot of problems in this movie.
She could have also gotten a job.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah.
Job would have been a novel
That-
idea.
this is rich white people problems, and
I
they don't get
feel
jobs.
like the 2 older kids also could have gotten jobs.
I feel like they probably would have
Yeah,
happily.
I'll
Yeah.
explain that later. Go.
So we meet Corrine's mom. Let's call her Kai grandmother or grandmother Ratchet.
There you go.
These are references I'm sure our Jellicle Jester won't get, but Stephanie will.
Yes.
I do
No.
too.
I 100%
I did
get
not.
it.
I thought you made that up for nonsense.
So you know it's a trade-off. Anywho, grandmother takes the kids upstairs and locks them away. She's all like, hey, you kids suck. Your mom left this house with her uncle, and they hooked up, and you're the product of incest, and God hates incest, and I love God, so I hate you. I'm going to feed you and shelter you, but that's it. So the kids are locked away, and, well, they have to deal with that trauma. She just drops it there. It's like, incest babies, peace out.
Yeah.
Corinne does her best to win her dying father's love. She sees less and less of the children. They're allowed to play in the attic, which becomes their escape from their prison. Grandmother is obsessed with the idea of the kids having their own incestual relationships, and she freaks out when she gets them asleep in the same bed. When Chris is having a conversation with Kathy while she's in the bath, Grandma locks Chris in the attic and cuts off Kathy's hair. She deprives them of food. It's a whole thing. The young kids aren't doing well. It's so bad that Chris is forced to feed Corey his own blood to keep him alive.
It was kind of gross.
I figured this was a,
Also,
That
would
kid
not work.
look like a vampire. Let's be
I was thinking this was a Twilight prequel.
But also, would not work medically.
doctor school.
It's even
is where he
sadder.
wanted to go.
It's sadder that Chris wants to be a doctor.
medical school.
Well, he's
Bound.
like 14.
Can we all just appreciate the fact that he sanitized the blade?
Sure.
Yeah.
He did.
Like
he did.
do
I
that.
mean,
He knows
did.
some stuff.
He did do that.
Corey grows weaker and weaker, and finally they force the adults to take him to the hospital. Corinne returns and later to tell him, but Corey died of pneumonia.
That kid did not go to the hospital.
Turns out she's been giving rat poison to them in their cookies. They escape to find that Corinne is getting married and grandfather's been dead for a minute. They decide to crash the party, walk out the front door. They find out that there's a will that mom only gets the estate if she has no kids, and if she ever finds out that she had kids, she loses everything. Which I don't know if you can do. I want to consult our lawyer friend to find out if you
If
can,
that's even possible.
if you can, do something in your will that after you die, that's a retroactive
I've
thing.
heard it happen before.
I heard it happen in movies.
Movies.
Yeah, it's always
if it's
movies and
real.
TV shows. It's
Right.
never like
Never in real
But
life.
movies are the
But
same
in
thing. They said
fairness,
Nicolas
that
Cage's
would-
arms were weapons, and they sent him to federal prison for that and Con Airs.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
But that would have been an action that happened when he was alive.
Right.
So it would have been like if the truth comes out later.
Right.
Mm.
Maybe. So
That's the only gray area I can see there.
during the wedding, they inform everyone, "Hey, we're the children of the bride." Corinne freaks out and says she has no idea who these little moppets are, and then there's a fight that leads to Kathy. There leads to a fight where she tries to get Kathy only to slip and fall off a balcony and hang herself. The kids walk out the front door, leaving this whole mess behind them. ... All right, y'all have fun. I'm back in this.
Wow.
Well, before we dive in too much, I feel like I'm hungry from that. So,
Oh, dude.
shit.
I don't want any cookies.
Did you bring us some rat poison cookies?
I
You
don't
know
want-
what's so funny is I was going to bring cookies. So
Look
I
at
have
that.
some
Look.
Oh, shit.
With
Oh, look at
sprinkle
that.
or with sugar
She
on
got
top.
I love it. I love
So
it.
if you guys would like a cookie,
It was sealed.
They
The
were
box
sealed.
was
They were
sealed.
just freshly
I heard the
opened.
pop.
So, yeah.
I know how to make stickers.
I have a sticker machine.
I feel
I mean, the first one won't kill me.
And
right?
not at all because I have a gluten allergy, but I'm going to eat some that don't have powder on them.
Right.
Enjoy.
I guess your mom in this
this
situation.
is awesome.
Does that
Excuse
make-
me.
th-
Be polite.
Does that?
I need to feed this to my rat.
I'm going
Thank
to let you
you.
guys finish your cookie first.
So far, I feel all right.
It actually is delicious.
It has a really strong. It's a
Enjoy
really
number
strong
2.
almond flavor.
I can smell it.
Should I be concerned about the almond flavor?
Well, they're almond cookies.
No, like the real strong almond flavor.
There's a little arsenic on that.
This is my podcast now.
It's delicious. They are delicious. Thank you.
So
Very good.
jobs and life insurance fix this, right?
Yeah. Well, so I went ahead and did some extra homework because I'm a producer, so that's what I do. I went ahead and watched the remake that Lifetime did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
sorry.
in it, the kids immediately say that they will get a job. Like, both of the two oldest kids are like, we'll get jobs. And mom is like, no. We're going to go see my rich parents. And everything is sketchy about it.
Okay. I haven't read the book. But watching this, I first of all thought I had seen this years ago.
Same here.
Watching it, I was completely out of my mind, blown away. Apparently, I have not seen this. Let's start from the top here with the weirdness, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Did the dad and the
Oh,
daughter
Chris
have
Senior-
an inappropriate relationship?
Chris
They
Senior,
look
Chris
like it.
Senior seemed definitely,
He was into his oldest daughter, right? Like there was something weird from the get-go.
at least the way that it was framed, like the way the shots were framed.
Yeah, Daddy never forgot to tell me I was his favorite, and then he like came in the room, and I know it. Could
And the
have
mom
been
was
innocent.
watching out of the corner.
Yeah, it was
I'm going to
weird.
read the books now because I have the same
I
question.
just ordered it.
So
on
in-
Amazon.
And well, like
Upgraded
there's
them
like
on-
the whole series, and here's the thing that so I know my mother read the books when I was little.
Mhm.
I know that the brother and sister are very intimate in the book.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
intimate.
they're getting it on.
They're
and,
intimate.
and in the remake.
Well, in this one too, that stuff was shot, and that stuff got cut because they were trying to get a PG-13 rating.
So bathing her back was as far as we got with that.
Yeah.
Oh, there was make-out scenes and stuff they shot.
But
But like as far as what was released.
Yeah, but I think that there had to have been an incestuous relationship with the father. And I think maybe, I mean, the reason why she was disowned is maybe she chose the uncle over the father, which is still weird.
So
Oh, so you're talking about Corinne.
Oh,
Corinne
so
and the dad.
grandfather. We're talking about their grandfather and
I'm talking,
their mom.
yes. I
The
think,
mom and her dad, for sure. I thought there was something there.
Right, that's
because
what-
she strips down to be whipped on the back.
right,
like-
but she, got
She
disowned
chose-
for leaving with the uncle and marrying the uncle.
So-
But is that because the father was jealous? and
Okay,
disowned
Right.
her?
okay, so I
This conversation is taking
Just
a
This
got-
is
weird-
getting-
I did not expect
the
that.
cookies have brought out a lot.
so this is where we're getting into
I'm
spoiler
gonna get another.
territory for the
Like her father would come home from business trips.
Oh,
and
that-
stuff.
that-
I was like,
20-year-old
for sure
book and a-
yeah.
he-
Well,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
well,
He had a
the
weird
origins
That was
book
a weird-
answers all
I'm
of
sorry.
this, and it's more recent.
Um,
Do y'all care?
no, I'm not reading these.
I'm going to read them.
Do
Yeah, I
you
am too.
do you care if I say
No, I don't
relationship
care.
stuff? Okay, so the fifth book is an origins book, and it's written by a ghostwriter who took over
Yeah,
after
because
she
VC Andrews
died.
died in '87.
Yeah.
Like right after this movie,
Oh, wow.
she was like, "Oh, my movie's out. Peace out," and died.
She's
Yeah.
in the movie, right?
Right? Yeah, she's
No.
the maid that
Yeah.
washes the windows.
Okay.
But she wasn't very old, I didn't think.
No, she was up there.
Yeah, she
Was
was up
she?
there because she was born in the 20s.
Oh, she didn't look all that old to me in the movie. Okay.
And so
I don't think
they
she was that
reveal
old.
that, first off, Chris Sr. and Corinne are not just uncle and niece. They are actually 3/4 siblings.
I need a piece of paper.
So the way that they're 3/4 sibling is
Uncle,
So-
Daddy, brother?
so grandpa.
grandpa.
So their grandpa, right?
I
And
mean,
the-
this does take place in, by God, Virginia.
Yeah. So he is still their half great uncle for the main character kids in this, but their great grandfather had Chris. Then Chris's mom, who is not the mom of their grandfather, also slept with their grandfather and that's how Corinne was born. Corinne is not actually related to Grandma.
I'm so confused.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense.
No,
if Grandma
yeah.
had different colored hair.
Yeah, so
Also, Grandma freak, because she watched and enjoyed that whipping. She was
Yeah.
like, Grandma
She
freak.
was a big fan of that.
Kai Wynn was all
But-
like,
So are you saying that's a step grandma?
yes.
Okay.
So that's another reason the grandma could not care less about these children.
Right.
You're
Well,
Satan spawn, but also
so-
I could not care
so
less
in
that
the-
you
Right.
exist.
You're
In
not
the-
my
You're
blood.
not related.
Strangely enough, though, in the book and in the remake, they make it clear that Grandma kind of cares more than Corinne, because we obviously see Corinne does not care at
Right.
all.
No.
Cor-
That was a mind-blowing thing.
Corinne is there for the money, and that's it. And so
again, life insurance.
yeah.
So
So
lesson for this episode.
yeah, and then on top of that, later in the second book, they trick the lawyer husband that Corinne marries.
The lawyer husband.
Yeah.
They trick him into getting with main girl,
Kathy.
Kathy. Because by then like years pass. Because in the books they start at Kathy starts at 12,
Right.
and they are there for like 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, they're there for a long
So
time.
that's what she was telling me earlier.
Don't they have a baby together or something?
So Kathy and
Christopher.
Do not have children of
Okay.
their own. Kathy goes through a lot of relationships throughout the books, and she has 2 children with 2 different men.
Right,
Okay.
and one of them's a doctor. So I know Petals in the Wind. The next book happens it's like the week later, and they're in
Yeah.
Florida.
Although the Lifetime movie skips 10 years
Yeah,
for some
they
reason.
did 10 years, but the book is like, all right, you're now in Florida.
Well, I'm wondering if it's because of the time lapse, and they wanted to show them aged, and that's why they skipped 10
Yeah.
years. Because even in this movie, they hinted that it was a few months, but they're there for. So, I mean, think about it. They go through hormones and puberty and their
Yeah.
body changing, where they're raising these
Yeah.
twins together for years.
And it brings up the question that, like, I think a lot of the questions, getting into the deeper questions of, like, the creep incest factors of it, it's like, y'all locked them up in there together, and y'all didn't expect things to happen.
Well, the movie makes it, I think they pointed out in the movie too, as it's like, Grandma wants this to happen, so she's the reason why they locked
Because
them all together.
she wants something to be mad about.
She wants to be something mad about because she's.
Okay, so I have a question, and Rory brought this up in the car, and my kid, I didn't think about this until Rory said it. So if the kids can never be shown to Grandpa. He cannot know that the kids exist.
Right.
Correct.
And the mom wants to be in good graces with Grandpa to get the money. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Grandma hates these children
And also,
and doesn't like
and it's
the
implied.
daughter.
Implied, yeah, she doesn't like her own.
She doesn't like
yeah.
her own kid.
Yeah.
It's implied.
Right.
So does she want the kid to still get the money? Because if not, why not just parade those children in front of Grandpa and be like, look, she did have kids with the uncle.
I think it's because it
and-
hurts the family name
Okay.
altogether.
Also, she could love the husband and he's dying, and I don't
And
want
doesn't wanna hurt him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And then on
Because
top,
I'm just
it almost
speculating
seems
'cause the
like
movie
she's
doesn't go into
rewarding
that.
the daughter with the money by not telling him
Right.
that the kids exist.
also none of the adaptations have gotten the ending right. It's similar to our Manhunter Red Dragon situation of neither versions did the book ending. Because the book ending is very anticlimactic. Like, both filmmakers were like, this is so anticlimactic, I have to add something.
Well, the producers of this one changed the ending on this because they
Yeah.
wanted.
Well, even the ending you showed us
Yeah.
before, that's not the ending.
They've shot 3 endings. 2 of them have been released. The other one hasn't been released yet. So there's one that's closer to the book that they shot. Then they went back and it's like, no, they've got to be some sort of retribution. These kids have to get something out of this,
Yeah.
and so they shot that one, and they're like, yeah, that doesn't work either. So because it's not enough, and so then they kill Mom off.
Yeah, because
like-
in the book and in the remake, they know about the wedding like at the halfway point of the story. Like they already know that about lawyer hubby and all that at the halfway point. Because Mom is gone for like 6 months,
Right.
comes back and is like, "Oh yeah, I was on honeymoon with my new husband. That's why I haven't seen y'all in 6 months. I was in Europe." And it's just like,
And on this one, Mom just quit coming around.
yeah,
Right.
and they don't find out about the marriage until when the wedding's happening.
Right.
I figured he's taking her off doing courting stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey baby,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
in, let's,
Yeah,
Dating
and then
whatever.
And while you're here, can you white that out on the will and put this?
Yeah.
Like, I assume
Why
he was
did-
the one in charge of grandfather's estate.
Yeah, he was grandfather's lawyer. Something they clarify in the remake as well. And then they also the ending, like what's supposed to happen is Mom and lawyer are already gone. They've moved out. Like they don't live there anymore at the Fox
Foxwood.
estate, the Foxworth estate. And then Grandma is just sleeping, and they just sneak out the front door. That's what happens in the book.
So it just becomes a big game of don't wake daddy as he
Yeah.
credits.
So yeah, that's why nobody thought it was worth shooting that because they were just like, that's so anticlimactic. Like,
Interesting.
That I think for this movie though, that would have been the best ending because there's so much tension for them to just walk out. It's like, but what happens? And it
Right.
makes you want to watch the next one.
The next one.
yeah,
That's how you do that, son.
That's a perfect lead into the next book.
yep.
I get it.
Let's talk about how bad the acting was, though.
It was
Oh.
so bad.
with the exception of Louise Fletcher.
Oh,
who's
yeah,
always
yeah, I
brilliant.
mean,
I don't know
Well,
who that is.
That's
Grandma.
grandmother.
Louise
She was on point the whole time.
I love
Well,
her.
she's I'll
Louise
let you do
Fletcher
it.
has an Oscar,
yeah.
Best Actress.
Oh, she's brilliant.
She's also an Alabama native,
Birmingham.
and her parents were deaf, and so she's the first person when she accepted awards accepted to be a sign language.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
What was her Oscar for?
To kill One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest
Yep.
in 71.
Yep.
Okay.
She played Nurse Ratchet.
Yep.
Which is the
Reference that
first
you-
play that we were in together.
The first real play.
Real play.
Yeah, 'cause
I
we
don't
did that.
count the other.
You don't count the dinner theater one.
So-
No, no.
I do think Victoria Tennant, though, while it's big acting that choices she's making, I think it fits for Kareen. Like, I think
Man, it is straight up
She
80s
was-
acting. I
It's-
love
it's
that.
all-
It's so chaotic.
it is
so
like
so like
overacted.
soap opera.
when they
and the wigs on those
Oh,
kids
yeah.
was terrible.
Specifically, though, the scene for me that I noticed, like, with Victoria Tennant as Kareen, was when it's time to take Corey to the hospital, and her eyes are just big and popping out, like that entire scene. But she's like not making any other facial expression.
None.
It's just
the eyes.
and then the slap happens.
So you're an only child. I was basically an only child until I was 11, and so I'm my childhood was. I had a little brother show up at 11, and by the time he was a person, I had already moved out.
Right.
You have siblings.
I have many siblings.
You have siblings.
I have a sister who is almost 10 years older, so I was basically an only child.
So you're the closest one to.
Okay.
so-
Yeah. No. Well, there were 6 of us. So,
so-
let's
Oh.
dive down into this.
Did you just ever have bathtub conversations with your brother? Is that a thing?
Okay. First of all,
No.
I don't know how close they were in age, but my brother and I were 13 months apart, and No, we did not ever do that. We didn't get close until our adulthood, though.
So he wouldn't like, hey, let's just chat a minute while you're taking a bubble bath.
But weirdly, I probably would have with Nathan. But at the same time, I raised a lot of my siblings.
Right.
So
It's
I
a
had a
little
very
different.
motherly relationship. Like I was with the little kids like they were with the twins.
Right.
And then when I was little, I took care of Nathan. And then Kyle lived with me when he was in high school. I taught him to drive. So I have a different relationship
Sure,
with them.
sure.
Yeah, it's different when it's the closer sibling versus the one that
But
you can
Chris,
be parents for. Like the closer sibling
ironically,
is like no.
His name is also Chris.
Yeah.
Now, my grandmother was like
we
the
would
grandmother
have-
in this movie, though.
Oh.
She really was. There are a couple of scenes where I'm like, oh my God, that's my grandmother.
It triggered
Looked
you a little
just
bit.
like it did. It did. It was very disturbing. I had a very she liked to play mind games with her kids and grandkids, and she was just very I mean, she got off on making other people miserable.
So what
That
you're
was
saying
very
is that the only reason why you're an only child because you survived out of the 4 of you in an attic.
yeah.
And yet she ate the cookies.
Because she's immune. She's built up a tolerance.
She was, yeah. So it was very like, golly, this is my grandmother.
Do you have a libation for us?
I do.
We can keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Keep talking while I get my stuff.
Because I want to
ready.
share the libation.
With you, madam.
Well, since
You haven't been here for a while.
I know.
I am cleaning out my liquor closet.
Well, y'all are going to be severely disappointed.
no.
I am almost 1 year completely sober.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
Not
not
as
disappointed.
I'm
No.
not gonna, but I will smell it.
You
Yeah.
And I will watch you guys enjoy
It's
it.
fine. But that's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't, and I'm like 40 days away.
Nice.
It's
I am
like
very
pure
proud of
will
you.
at this
Yeah,
point.
so now we're going to break that and tempt you with
I know. Coming today, I was like, but Stephanie's gonna bring something good. I know she's gonna bring something good.
It's like the best thing ever.
Always bring something.
She does.
I know.
It's okay. I haven't had a drink since October, so I'm with you.
Yeah, I just.
I haven't had a drink since this morning.
Proud of you.
I am proud of you.
Okay, so
Mine was last night.
you guys were talking about the acting in this movie.
Oh my gosh. It's
I
so
wish
bad.
there. Maybe we can get someone on this if they really wanted to. Just put together a reel of Christopher. Christopher.
Please don't do that.
I-
That would be the worst.
It's like
oh my gosh.
25 times. John was like, "Why?" My husband was in the other room while I was watching this, and he was like, "Why does she keep screaming Christopher? What is happening?"
And like, Christopher's like right over there.
yeah, he's in the room.
You're not
They're
allowed that
locked
loud.
in a room
Yeah,
together.
he's right there.
Yeah.
That happened
Christopher. Yeah, so I got you.
for
Right
us too during one of the scenes where we were sitting there. I was like, "Can she say his name one more time?
Yeah.
Like one more time? Seriously, just once more."
A lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Christopher and Corey, those are the names.
Corey. Yeah.
Like I didn't really know the girls' names for a while because they're not.
They're
saying
not-
They don't
Or
say
scream.
Captain
What's
Carrie.
his name?
Yeah. It-
Carrie.
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 I was gonna call her Chloe.
Yeah, Corey and Carrie.
Carrie. Okay.
All right.
The twins.
Yep.
The little boys.
Well,
Carrie.
not anymore.
Oh.
I was so
anymore they're
sad.
not.
Like,
Okay, also, how much are you getting paid to dig 4 graves and not say anything?
Right. Did you not feel like there was going to be more to the story with the groundskeeper?
Right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
I
he
feel like
is
there
the
probably is.
first
There's got to
person
be
you
more
see.
in the
Well,
book.
it's even
when they
worse.
arrive.
It's even worse in the book and in the remake because nobody else is supposed to know that they're there. Only John is supposed to know. The
butler.
butler.
Yeah.
So John and Grandma are the only 2 that are supposed to know.
Well, the groundskeeper, I will say, has a purpose in the movie.
Yeah.
Because they do try
Exactly.
to leave outside
Right.
and then learn that they can't because the groundskeeper just never sleeps, I guess, as a
He doesn't
robot.
see them either, though, right? They run up before they catch him, and
He just saw the-
yeah, he
the-
just-
the-
he
all the
just saw
light fell
light,
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 97 dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bark about it.
I saw.
I
Leave
just
those
felt
dogs
like
alone.
since they got on the property and he is the first person you see that has some sort of attachment to this property, you're like he's gonna have a big role in this.
Also,
and then he just kind of didn't.
this is a big house and a big yard, and it looks well manicured.
And they're having lots of parties.
And there's like 4 people there.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a very small.
It's like, does the groundskeeper do all of that? Does John do all the rest? It's like, where his staff?
Ooh.
And how does Grandma have friends? She is not.
She
pleasant.
doesn't. She doesn't.
They are
Because at the
family
wedding-
friends.
She's
at the
friends with
wedding, they're
God.
Like, this is her. We can't start
Which is-
without her.
I don't
This
know
is
that
her
he would be friends with
friends.
her.
It's weird.
I can't speak for him,
it's
but
weird.
I don't think he would.
It's weird because, once again, in the source material, she doesn't have friends.
Yeah. But at the wedding, you remember that part?
Yeah,
when they're like, we can't start
we can't
without
start
her.
without her, yeah.
These are her friends.
So, Louise Fletcher, after this, goes on. She does a couple other things, but the thing that kind of defines her in the 90s is that she goes on Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And she
That's the grandma?
yeah, that's the
Okay.
grandmother.
I'm not very good with names. I'm trying.
And because Louise Fletcher is really good at playing evil. She's evil as Nurse Ratchet. She's evil in this, and then she's basically evil space pope in Star Trek, and it's the best just to watch her do her thing. And I just want to mention that. It's just like I love.
I think she's great.
She's
Yeah.
amazing. This is our second movie with Louise Fletcher. Can anyone name
No.
the first?
Not even kind of. You said Star Trek? Star Trek.
She was not
Not
in the movies.
Star Wars.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No, we have not done that. Well, you don't get. She
Any
was
space movie.
She was in Firestarter.
Firestarter.
Okay.
Firestarter.
So I have made a French 75
I love French. Do you want
because
to smell it?
so
I do
gin
want to smell it.
is made from flowers,
Okay.
It does smell
and
good.
that is the Ryan Reynolds gin.
That is the
And
Shout
I
out to
figured-
Deadpool 3.
And I figured
And
that
Wrexham.
I would make something that rich white people would drink.
Cheers, madam.
We watched it all morning. this
Cheers.
morning,
I know
actually.
you like a
Cheers.
French
I
75.
love.
Ah,
oh,
sorry.
It's okay.
What's it
Our
called?
French 75.
French 75.
Y'all cannot keep this table
Hey,
cloth.
listen, I
It's
tried.
okay. We'll wipe it off.
We
It does
no,
smell
well, we
really
did
good.
go 2 weeks without
So
messing it up.
the recipe, if anybody wants to know, for one is 1.5 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounces of supposed to be fresh squeezed lemon juice, but I'm not cutting lemons here, and 3/4 ounces of simple syrup, which I make my own simple syrup. This is just a bottle, but I make my homemade simple syrup with honey, and your champagne.
It's delightful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It looks
Awesome.
refreshing.
It's so good. It's good to go with cookies.
And you're supposed
Yeah.
to garnish it with a lemon twist, but once
Okay.
again, not
so,
for this.
so I have some apocrypha.
Okay.
Let's
Do
do
it.
it.
So guess who was supposed to originally direct this?
I already know, so
I'd
I'm not going to answer.
Steven Spielberg.
No, but he is a director we've covered before. He's a horror director, and he's not John Carpenter.
I was
And
gonna say
he-
the one that made the
he-
lava lamp.
And he's made my favorite slasher horror franchise.
We've covered 2 of his slashers.
Was
Wes
it Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Hey, we've not done those.
I know. I'm just guessing horror films at this point.
No.
Great.
We've done 2 of these of this guy.
Yeah, we've done 2 of these, like 2
And
Halloween.
it's
Not
not
good at
John
this.
Carpenter.
No, it's not Carpenter.
Wes Craven.
Yes,
Yep.
there you go.
Or
Wes
is that
Craven.
what it is?
He
Oh,
did
Nightmare on Elm
Street.
Yep.
That would have made this a completely different
Completely
movie.
different film.
Well,
I feel like.
So he wrote he wrote the draft of the screenplay, and he was going to direct it. And then V.C. Andrews had control over screenplays, which is great in her contract. She rejected it because it was too graphic and too violent. And I'm like, have you read your
Have
own
you
book?
read your book?
Well, also the studio didn't like how he was going to approach the incest stuff either. They were like,
oh, jeez.
I also heard that Louise Fletcher had a hard time with some of the,
yeah, the
her
material,
part.
material's not easy to.
I
well,
got-
not the material, but just being that way towards.
Children?
I got a note on that.
Okay.
Jeffrey Bloom, who got hired, he wanted Sharon Stone to play Corinne, but the studio wouldn't see her.
Oh, wow.
That would have made a
That would have been so different.
yeah, and it would have been like Sharon Stone's first or second role.
Oh wow.
Bloom stated after filming was complete, the producers approached him to refilm a new ending, and one of the many ideas was that the siblings accidentally killed Corinne during their escape. Bloom tried to talk them out of it, and when was unable to convince them otherwise, he eventually quit. The new ending, partly inspired by the ending of Wes Craven's own screenplay, was eventually filmed by someone else. No one knows who that person is.
Interesting.
On the grapevine, we'll talk about Louise Fletcher real quick. Louise Fletcher wanted to get deep inside her role, so she called Andrews one night to ask her about the motivation of her character in the film. She was also so into the part that she stays strictly within the character of the grandmother all the time,
Oh god.
which has to be unbearable.
It has to be terrifying.
Even when she was not shooting. I couldn't let myself think about distractions like What a Beautiful Day or What We're Having for Lunch, she said in an interview. These are
That's how she gets her awards, people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take notes.
these are. I often like stories of mishaps on sets. See the Matrix episode where Keanu Reeves almost dies, or Mario Brothers when they keep breaking hands and legs. Kristy's skirt.
Kristy Swanson.
Skirt caught fire between scenes when she was wrestling against the propane heater. As there was only one skirt, the wardrobe department had to fix the damage.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
That's crazy.
According to Kristy Swanson, she was introduced to V.C. Andrews, the elderly author, and Swanson said, and Andrews said that she was just as she pictured Kathy.
Loud and annoying.
Christopher!
With the bad
Stop
wig.
it. Oh yeah, once they butchered her hair, I was like,
Yeah.
that
That
looks bad.
They went and bought that wig at Party City.
They
You know they did.
It was
They only
like-
had one skirt. Clearly, the
or the
budget's
Spirit
low.
Halloween
Okay.
store. That's where that
They
wig
put
came
all the
from.
money into the landscaping.
So the Foxworth Hall is actually located in Ipswich, Massachusetts. It's the Castle Estate, also known as the Crane Estate. It served for exterior shots for the movie. All the interiors were done on soundstage. The estate was also used for the 1987 film, so another film this year, The Witches of Eastwick with Jack Nicholson.
Oh, I love
Knew
that
it was in
movie.
something else.
It's in a bunch of other
It
stuff.
has a look. Yeah.
And we've mentioned this before, but V.C. Andrews died shortly before the film's released. Fun fact, or unfun fact, she actually died on Kristy Swanson's 17th birthday.
Weird.
Oh,
That's
that is
weird.
wow.
So that's all the fun trivia I have.
All right, friends. I have to cut it short.
We will
I
miss
have
you.
We appreciate
Children
you.
that have places to be.
I know how that is.
Thank you for joining us,
Yeah,
though.
thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
Of course,
you.
we'll bring
We'll
you
have you
on
back.
for
We'll
the
have-
next time.
Thinking
We'll
of
have-
me for the weirdest film.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're always
Anytime
welcome.
You have a highly disturbing film. I hope I'm the first person you. think
You're
to
always
text.
just text me and be like, "What y'all doing?" I'll be like, "Just come on, we'll do it."
And then if you want to just keep us updated on how that book's going,
Yeah, man.
I plan
Yeah.
to pick
Yeah.
mine back up.
I-
It should be in on Tuesday.
Okay.
So I'll let you.
You know
Mine
what?
will
I'll
be
join
in
this book
tonight
club.
because I'm going to
Okay.
put it down to my Kindle.
Okay.
Well, in 2 weeks we'll do a cult meeting, and then
Mine's on
my
if
book
you're
club.
free,
I'll
you
have
can,
to pick
if
it
you've
up.
read some, you can come back. We'll talk
Book
about
club
it.
meeting.
yeah,
We can do a book club. I'm
I'll
not
read
reading it.
I'll read it before I.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
all
I'll
read it
download
and
it
come back
tonight.
and
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
All right. Time for the bar tab. Domestic opening for this film was $5 million. It opened. Let's play
I
this
was
game.
gonna say,
Let's play this
is
game.
It even top 10.
So no, it is. It's a top 10 for the weekend.
Okay.
It is a top 10 for the weekend.
out of 8 movies.
However, out of all of 1987, when would you release this film?
Oh,
I would do this and
Christmas time.
Tell you a Christmas movie, like
Because you think it's about family.
It's about family, yeah.
It's going to draw people in for the family, and
Well,
then it's going to
then it
trap
should
them
be
with
a-
the incest.
It should be a Thanksgiving film then.
oh, I didn't see the incest trap. I always fall for the incest trap.
It should be Thanksgiving because of the creepy uncle.
That's what
Thanksgiving?
Uncle Chris said, too.
I would have released it probably in the fall.
This movie was the week before Thanksgiving, November 20th, 1987. There are 5 movies in the top 5, as always. This movie did make the top 5 for the opening
Wow.
weekend.
Okay.
Where did it
I'm
land?
going to say 4.
Yeah,
4.
I'm secure with 4 as well.
Yeah. No, 5.
3.
3?
Wow.
3.
What were the other movies?
Yeah, that's. Well,
Shall
that's
we
the
go
game.
from 5 to 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. 5 is a wonderful Barbara Streisand, Richard Dreyfuss film that I'm pretty sure none of you have seen.
That would
I
be.
know both of those names.
Was that the?
Do you?
Was that the
Yes.
Yentl?
No, Yentl's in the 70s.
Oh, I didn't know. That's the only Barbara Streisand movie I've ever seen was Yentl.
You've not seen Hello Dolly?
No,
Girl, we got to fix that.
I've only seen Yentl.
I think you'd like this one, too.
What's this one?
This
Yeah.
one's called Nuts.
I've definitely have not seen that.
All right, so Nuts is about Barbara Streisand plays a high-priced call girl, and she kills Leslie from Naked Gun.
Leslie
Oh,
Nielsen.
Leslie
Yeah,
Nielsen,
in
yeah.
his last dramatic role. So like
Before air.
before
Well,
like airplane he's playing it straight.
Yeah.
So but like before he started doing straight comedies,
Like when
Nuts
he-
is
yeah.
his last film
Yeah.
before he was last dramatic role.
and then
She
Dracula
kills
Dead
him
Alone,
and she goes
yeah.
to jail, and her parents are super rich, and so they're just like, well, just get her committed. And
Tell as old as time.
and she's fighting it because she's like, I'm not crazy. And
I'm
so-
a murderer. There's a difference.
And she wants to she wants to be tried for not being nuts.
You're
Yeah.
like, I've done it on purpose.
And so Richard Dreyfuss is a public defender who happens to get her case, and then they have to defend her.
That
here.
guy's the guy.
No,
No.
that's Richard Gere.
That's
does
Richard
that.
Gere.
Damn, it's so
Okay.
close. So he's not the one from Pretty Woman?
No.
No.
Then I don't know that name.
Richard Dreyfuss is completely different.
From
dude.
Jaws, The Close Encounters.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
He's Mr.
So
Holland's
it's an
Opus.
older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So,
Well, that makes
I
it a
highly
little
recommend that. I actually watched it a couple weeks ago while I was working. It was on. They have it on YouTube. If you got premium, it's one of the free
Oh.
movies.
Hmm.
It was very good. It would be a really good stage play, I think.
All right. Number 4.
Number 4 is a very famous romantic thriller that involves dead bunnies.
Oh, that is Basic Instinct. No,
No,
not
that's-
Basic
that's-
Instinct. No,
That's
it's,
the other one.
Hold on. It's
Scott.
I know who it has in it. It's like,
Glenn Close.
yes. What's the name of the damn movie? She boils the bunny.
Or she gets the hose again.
That was the last
Hold
movie.
on. Hold on. That is. I cannot remember the name of this damn movie, but I know it
Caleb, do you know it?
Oh, I don't know it.
I know you don't.
without looking it up.
Were you already looking it up? Be honest. Who's your honest
I
words?
was, but I didn't get anything yet.
Fatal Attraction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
Fatal
you.
Attraction,
Thank
yeah.
you. I know that movie.
Number 3 is Flowers in the Attic. Number 2 is a Disney re-release, because back when Disney re-released their old films.
Okay, what year is
It-
this again?
1987. It is a famous animated film,
Snow White?
not Snow White,
Well,
but it is a Disney princess.
Cinderella.
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's
Cinderella.
not Little
Cinderella.
Mermaid because Little Mermaid was my year.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Number
Come
1
at me
is a
with Disney.
Schwarzenegger
Let's go.
movie. Probably my
He's the one in Terminator where he melts.
no. Well, yeah, but he's
Well,
not
but
the
it's
melting
not
one.
this one, yeah.
He's not the melting one.
He's the one in Terminator. Terminator?
Right.
Yeah.
Terminator came out in the 80s?
Yeah, 81.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
wow.
No, 84.
Yeah.
84.
Yeah.
Thought it was later, like into the
Terminator
90s.
2.
2 came out in 91.
Yeah.
Wow, they went a long time.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
They went a long time.
Okay, so was this a comedy?
No,
Schwarzenegger,
this
or
is an action film based on a Stephen King shorts novel.
The Running Man.
The Running Man.
Man.
Well done.
I love The Running
Well
Man.
done.
There are 5 films in the top 5 films of 1987. Unfortunately, Flowers in the Attic did not make it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What?
What? You telling me this wasn't number 1?
No.
Oh my god.
But we can play the game that
Oh golly.
Let's play it.
number 5 is a movie directed by Leonard Nimoy.
Every time you
Well,
say
then it's
Leonard,
got to
I
be
think
one
Big
of the
Bang
Star
Theory.
Trek
Is it one-
movies.
That is not a Star Trek film.
Oh, okay.
It is not a Star Trek film? Hell if I know.
I think Mom's got it.
Yeah. 3 Men and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby.
Leonard Nimoy directed that?
Right?
You are kidding
Nope.
me.
Still doesn't.
He made it to the top 5 though, so
Number 4 is the Kevin Costner film that Sean Connery won his Oscar from.
Sean Connery.
Oh, is that
My name is Sean
It's about
Connery.
Elliot Ness.
Oh, that's JFK?
No.
no?
Or one
No,
of
no
those,
way.
isn't it? One of
What
those?
else do I
JFK
have
was
to
91.
say?
Okay.
De Palma directed this one. Brian De Palma.
De Palma.
It's got Robert De Niro as a very famous gangster guy.
Ocean's 11.
Is it The Untouchables?
It is The
It's
Untouchables.
Untouchables.
Well done,
Nice.
son. Well done.
Number 3 is a movie we just mentioned about boiling rabbits alive.
Yeah.
That'd be Fatal Attraction.
That would be Fatal Attraction. Number 2 won the Oscar that year.
It'd be fun if it won it this year.
No,
That'd be weird.
the one of that year. Oliver Stone movie about Vietnam.
Oh,
Platoon.
Good Morning
Pla-
Vietnam.
No,
Platoon.
Barry Levinson
Oh,
did.
no, same year.
Barry Levinson directed Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1
Number
is an
1.
Eddie Murphy sequel
Rush Hour.
Beverly Hills Cops.
to Beverly Hills
2.
Cop 2.
Did he do Rush Hour?
No.
Oh no, that's Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's. Yeah.
So Flowers in the Attic is the 6th movie we have done in 1987.
Oh
Really?
God, I
Yeah.
don't. This is the game I hate the most.
What other
Well,
movies have
Can
we
you
done?
name the other 5 movies that we have done?
In 87.
1987.
Was one of them Star Trek?
Yeah, one of them is a Star Trek.
It was the whales. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Which
Whales!
which was the number 7 movie of the year. So,
Number
so
7?
Nimoy had
Two.
Two films in
two
the-
films in the top 10 down.
Done, Nimoy.
You did so good.
That's the only one I got.
All right, so one down, 4 to go. I love this game.
It's only because we were talking about Star Trek, so it was on my mind.
Warlock.
Oh,
No.
that was a
I
good
don't know.
guess.
Nope.
though.
Yeah.
It was a
That was a
guess.
good
It was
guess.
literally
Was
just a
it this
guess.
season, Scotty? Was it this season?
No, this is through the run
Okay,
of
thank you.
the entire show.
I am counting myself out because
Monster Squad?
I have.
Oh, you have
No, Monster Squad's next year.
Okay. So 84. Wish I had my notebook. Chucky? When did
87.
Chucky come
No,
out?
did-
Lost Boys.
Pet Cemetery.
Lost Boys.
Yes,
I got
Yelled
one.
at
Lost
so
Boys.
loudly
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah.
I saw you like react.
we
I did as
we
well.
talked about a director of one of these.
Yeah, I was about to say that because
Well, go ahead and say it.
Yeah, well,
Go ahead and say
I
it.
have the
He's
list.
got the list.
Oh, well, then why are you looking?
Well, no, I'm saying I was going to give that hint. I
Alright,
was double
so-
checking with you that
so-
was correct.
So it's a sequel by a director we've already talked about.
Yep.
A sequel by a director we talked about today.
Today. Yep.
Wes Craven.
Yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street, something or another.
Yeah. Pick the number.
3.
Yes.
Yep.
There you go. You did good.
Doing really well on the sequels, guys. But have to be given part of it.
Did we do Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3?
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
and 3. We did
Three
1 and
more.
3.
He likes to jump around.
We did 1 and 3 with John. We did one of them with John Labata, and I think we did 3.
Yeah, I was double checking.
Did I miss both of those?
No, you were both
No,
here for
you,
them.
this was,
this
Dream
was-
Warriors was before me.
Yeah, this was like 3 years ago.
A while ago.
Jesus Christ.
That was when he was still playing the, Justina hasn't seen this series, number 4.
Which we'll get to again eventually.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be Indiana Jones. Because I hear everybody loves number 4.
I enjoyed number 4 a lot. This movie, Stephanie hates. That's
Okay.
not Karate Kid.
It's not Karate Kid, but it must be a Tom Cruise movie.
Nope,
then.
not Tom Cruise movie.
Only Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise crazy.
I was surprised you hate this movie, or
Do
I
I
don't know if you,
really hate this movie?
or dislike it. When we did it, I was like, really, you didn't like it? It is a famous fantasy story.
Oh, is that Labyrinth?
No, none of us liked Labyrinth. I
Yeah,
don't think.
Okay.
I didn't mind
Famous. Oh, Princess
Jennifer.
Bride.
Princess
Jennifer
Bride.
Yeah.
I do hate that movie.
Because it's more romantic.
It is cheesy. What it comes down to is they focus on Buttercup and what's his
Wesley?
name?
You,
Wesley.
I like that you knew the names still,
Yes.
though.
And,
I did it.
and I don't
Because
like
that's how strong her hate is.
Yes. This is my entire problem with this movie is they focus on those two characters and they are the worst characters in the whole movie. The supporting cast is way better than Buttercup and Wesley. And it's like if they would just flip it and make the movie about all these wonderful other characters and not have Buttercup and Wesley in it at all because that's stupid, then it would have been a good movie.
I don't think the other characters have a story. That's why they're supporting characters.
Yeah,
They got backstories. I know they have backstories.
Yeah,
We
but-
all have backstories.
I just think that they were, that it was just, I don't know.
No, I understand.
I doubt y'all get this one.
I
But
hate it when he says that. Every time I'm like, I'm going to get it, and then I never
Get
do.
it. You're going to get it.
all
Just
right,
do it.
yeah, you're right.
Get it.
Let's do
It's
it.
the only Coen Brothers movie we've done.
The Coen brothers.
Has Nicolas Cage in it.
The one where he's on the boat with his hands. Con Air.
That's the plane.
That's a plane
That's what I meant.
with the hands.
You said something about his hands got him locked up just a second ago
Oh.
earlier in the podcast.
Touche, I did that.
on a boat with his
I know.
hands.
I didn't mean to say boat,
yeah.
but boat came out.
It's like talking to a 3-year-old. You've mentioned
But
this
is
thing.
it right?
No.
No.
Damn it.
Is,
Uh,
Raised in Arizona,
Raising
Yep.
Arizona.
Yep.
which
You
is
did
an
that one?
amazing movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a-
great.
What was that one?
With they steal him
They
and Holly
steal the
Hunter.
baby?
Hunter steal the baby.
It's gone.
It's,
It's gone.
it's hilarious.
And a very special movie also came out in 1987 that kind of led to us doing this. I didn't count it officially because we haven't.
Is it Star Wars?
No.
Mm-mm.
What was the
Was
what
it
was the
Harry
movie that we
Potter?
got us all together?
Prince of Darkness.
That was Chucky.
Princess of Darkness was
Oh,
the
was
Prince of
it?
yeah, we
Darkness
did Prince
was
of
our
Darkness.
live thing.
When we did
that's
live for my birthday.
right. You're right. For your birthday.
So Prince of Darkness.
That was by accident. We threw her up on stage.
And then she was good, and we were like, well, we got
And
to
the
keep
picture of that is the best picture because it still encompasses who we are
her.
today.
Absolutely. We haven't changed a lot.
It's just me going, what the
There's
fuck
not a lot
is
of
that?
Me with an alcoholic beverage in my hand. You're going,
Him
what the
leading
hell?
and me being like, I don't know, guys.
There's actually,
Speaking of which, would you like some more champagne?
I will, yes.
The-
There you are, madam. Thank you.
yeah,
you want me
there-
to fix
there's
your
one
homie
more
beer?
actually.
Oh,
from
there's one more?
1987.
What's up?
We actually had an actor from it here for that episode.
Oh, that would be the
Is it
kindergarten
Clerks?
cop?
Is it Clerks?
Kindergarten cop?
Mm-mm.
Is it a Power Ranger movie?
It is about. It does take place in a school.
That's kindergarten cop with Richard Tyson.
No, we did 3 o'clock
3
high.
o'clock high.
Oh, 3 o'clock high.
That was
Oh.
87 too.
That was 87. Yeah.
I missed
3
one.
o'clock.
That's right.
High?
We did do 3 o'clock high. I had the actor
don't remember
right.
that.
Yeah, you had the actor right.
Kept going, like, we have not done Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking Kindergarten Cop.
Thank you, madam.
I think because we did talk about it when he was here.
Probably, yeah.
Final thoughts on
We
Flower-
can reconvene in 2 weeks. 1 week? However many weeks from when this airs.
Maybe next week for this one for everybody else. So 2 weeks for us. We record every 2 weeks. Big secret.
For the meeting, because I intend to finish this book. I am so intrigued to see. It's been so long since I read it.
My plan is to read the first 2 books before we get back together.
Okay.
Ooh.
My plan is to read the wiki.
You already did.
I already read.
Well
all,
done, Scotty.
I already
Yes!
Did, I already did that.
Accomplished!
I already did that for all 5.
Okay, shut it down over there.
Well, that's his job. He's a producer. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to learn stuff.
You just took our high five, though. You just took it.
No, I didn't.
Let's
It's still
have
there.
another
I
one.
like that we whisper.
Let's
like
have
you
another
can't
one.
hear
We can do
us.
another
I'm
one.
just gonna whisper quieter so we can't hear what I'm
We can have
saying.
another one.
That's right.
Just don't leave me hanging. There
We're
we
going to
go.
There
read
you
the
go.
real book.
Did you go
There.
cacao?
That's right.
I did.
We're going to read the real book.
Yeah, we are.
We don't need wiki.
With hundreds of pages.
Words are
All of
tough.
Then
I'm
you
gonna
don't
do
have to
math.
I'm
type.
curious if there's an audiobook.
You find your auto. You do that.
I like audiobooks. So
I
And
wasn't down in
then
them.
Kathy
These
mounted
books are
Krista.
not that big.
She was like, "You
I
are
can
my
probably-
brother. I know all
They
your
were,
parts."
Like, they look like the books from that time where they are like romantic novels.
Yeah.
Like they're not very big.
So
Nah.
Yes.
did
Mm-hmm.
I should have looked this up? But like, VC Andrew has had issues, right?
I don't know. She had to have writing about
or
it.
she was like really
I
into
couldn't-
something.
So I couldn't find anything on Wikipedia, but like there's other sources where people say that she did have a troubled
Absolutely.
childhood growing up.
I
No
wanna
one just
see-
writes this.
I want to see the background and history of VC Andrews, like her life.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Oh, I did find the audiobook.
Okay,
And
instead of
it's-
doing that, I challenge
Hold on.
you.
Wait till you hear who it's
But wait.
narrated by.
Leonard Nimoy.
The no,
That would be dope.
The author's
I
daughter.
would listen to that.
it's narrated by Gillian Flynn, the author of Gone Girl, which is an absolutely great choice to read.
I
Yeah.
have no idea who that
Have you not
is.
seen Gone Girl? Gone Girl was the
I saw the movie.
I saw the movie and was like, I'm never dating again. Women are trouble.
Preach it, son.
That is true.
Women are trouble. Like
What was the movie where it was like a roommate, a crazy female roommate?
single white female?
I think it was single white female. I think so. I remember watching that. I was married to my first husband, and it like terrified him.
Yeah,
He
she-
thought all
she-
women were going to flip on him. I said,
I mean,
"Probably."
knowing your ex-husband, yeah. I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
So
But yeah,
So more on our thoughts on next week's episode.
To
So,
be continued.
To be
dot,
continued.
dot, dot.
This is Guy saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours.
Goodbye. So long.
farewell.
Auf
Auf Wiedersehen. Good night.
Is it I do, do you, and you, and you.